Could the UFC fan be the worst fan base in sports? Don't lie. You thought you were going to win by DQ? You wouldn't have kept fighting if you knew it was going to scorecards? Hoping UFC Roster Watch has a tweet coming soon that's featuring you. I am legally blind. You were losing. It was you that wanted a way out, so you took it. You watched the repays. You ran into Song's finger. Bisping won the title with the same injury. Sack up and finish. Please retire. Nobody wants to see you fight anymore. You were pretending like you wanted to keep fighting while telling the ref, I can't see 50 times, knowing that's a sure way to get the fight called off.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, we're going to break this sequence down here. So we're in the third round, Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. Eyes are open and ready to get poked. Leaning in, and as he leans in, look at Song's fingers. It's an interesting tactic. John Jones has perfected it. But, I mean, the hand just goes literally like this. There's no way that Song tries to bend his fingers or anything like that or try to push off with the palm. Like, he's literally like, oh, no. Like Three Stooges style, right into the eye. Swipes down the face. Henry's like, whoa, hold on a second here. Let's watch another angle of this. Eyes wide open, ready to get poked. I mean, knuckle deep. You don't even see his finger anymore. It's lost into the eye socket. It's just in there. It's in his eye socket. It's a pretty bad poke. A picture released after the fight. So in fans' defense, Henry was acting like this when he was trying to shake off the eye poke. 5 minutes were used. Jason Herzog was like, listen, let me know if you're ready to continue. We'll continue the fight. If not, we're going to have to stop this thing. So Henry takes the whole 5 minutes and sits on the canvas. He's mocking the crowd a little bit. Then he proceeds to get up and he starts running for the rest of the round and goes to the stool. When Cejudo hits the stool, he's still telling them, I can't F and C, over and over again, saying, I can't F and C. He was even saying it to Herzog. It was weird. He's like, I can't F and C, but I'm good. Like, it's strange. I can't see, but I'm good. Like, he's telling the doctor, I can't see, but I'm good to fight. It's the weirdest thing. Like, you would think they would have just stopped it right there. I mean, I guess you could blame Herzog because it's a very weird situation. I mean, if the fighter's saying he can't see after the 5 minutes, you're just going to have to make a decision and stop that thing. Especially the way Henry was running around the cage, not even trying to fight. You could tell he was having problems here. But Herzog gave it the benefit of the doubt, let Henry sit down on the stool. And as Henry was barking to his corner saying that he couldn't see out of his eye, Herzog's like, okay, well, this is what we can do. We can start the fight and stop it, and we'll go to the judges. So while I was watching it live, I did think, okay, Henry's trying to play games here, right? I'm not saying he wasn't injured, but I think what Henry was thinking is, hey, if I'm up on the scorecards, who knows? Maybe we can go to the judges and I can get my hand raised. That wasn't the case. Henry wound up losing and the fans ripped him a brand new asshole. A very odd situation. And I can understand why fans get frustrated. But like I said the night of our fight reaction, we just don't know the severity of any injury that happens. We just look at it like, oh man, they should have kept going with this thing. Or why did they stop it? Why didn't they stop it? We're always saying that we know what's going on, but we don't. We actually don't have an idea when it comes to any injury that happens. Aljamain Sterling getting kneed in the head by Peter Yan, he got razzed for years about that. We just don't know. And when you got guys like Henry Cejudo, who's always playing games, it's tough to believe this guy. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Like, we don't know. Is he busting our balls? Is he telling the truth? This is the king of cringe. But he's not a stupid guy. So after all this plays out, I have to be honest with you. I believe, yes, of course. I mean, the evidence shows he was injured. But I do think he was trying to figure out a way to win this without having to keep going. And the plan fell apart.
So what is today?
Today is February 23rd, I guess hours after my fight, and we just wanted to make sure that we're showing you guys some of the damage that my eye has gone through. I feel like
You still seeing it?
I'm still seeing double, and I'm still seeing like blurriness, so hopefully it goes away, but I don't know what to say.
So he seems pretty disappointed, and rightfully so. You don't know if your eye's going to be able to bounce back from that. That's a pretty scary injury. And he's got the entire internet ripping him apart. He doesn't want to go down like that. I'm pretty sure that's not how he wants to end his career.
Cejudo's throwing a 2 to the body, and those things go in there like he was trying to impregnate Henry Cejudo with them eyes. If Henry's eyeballs were vagina and Song's fingers were a penis, Henry would be pregnant.
A significant eye poke like that, do you believe a point should have been taken?
If you thought it was intentional. If you thought he intentionally poked him in the eye, do you believe it was intentional? Yes? Why would he poke him in the eye? He was doing pretty well. If he was getting his ass whooped and poked him in the eye, you could probably make the argument.
I mean, you don't get more intentional than that. I'm not saying he just grabbed the back of his head and shoved his fingers into his eyeball, but that is reckless. No, that's not reckless. Gotta be honest with you. If you're poking people in the eyes like that and it's his second foul of the round, people are not talking about the fact that he kicked him in the nuts earlier in that round. Second foul of the round. I mean, take a fucking point. Like, what are we doing here?
Do you believe it was intentional? Yes? Why would he poke him in the eye? He was doing pretty well. If he was getting his ass whooped and poked him in the eye, you could probably make the argument. But you're not sure it wasn't intentional.
No, it didn't.
What's your last name? Cejudo?
He's the problem, too. Dana White is a fucking troll, and yet he runs the organization. So fans, of course, they're going to listen to this guy. Hey, he's the face of the UFC. If he's fucking trolling around, I'm going to troll too on the interwebs, right? Who cares if this guy is seriously injured? Who cares if Song Yadong was a little reckless with the fingers? No big deal, right? I mean, the fighters care about this, but who cares about them, right? I mean, they're just the pesky fighters.
It didn't.
What's your last name? Cejudo? Jimmy Cejudo over here thinks it was an intentional eye poke.
It didn't seem. No, yeah, I get your point, but it was fight altering, right? So,
yeah, I mean, yeah. Listen, eye pokes are never good, but like you said, they happen a lot, and fights do continue after eye pokes. It's. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to look and see how many fights were actually stopped due to an eye poke. Not many.
Am I reading this the wrong way, or is he handling this like a complete prick? Listen, I get why people don't like this guy. I totally get it. By the way, fantastic meme. But people saying that Henry Cejudo just wanted a way out. What?
Cejudo got poked in the eye, a dong in the eye, a dong in the eye. Henry Cejudo got a chopstick in the eye, a chopstick in the eye, a chopstick in the eye. Henry Cejudo wanted a way out, wanted a way out, wanted a way out. Henry Cejudo